Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the HCG Masters main stream. This is season one, and we are right underway into the action. It's the close of the week. This is the last best of three of the week, and boy, we've got a treat for you in store today. It's NLG versus Sangal Esports. They're currently 2-0 in the regional Swiss stage so far. The winner of this will advance immediately straight to the main stage, and I get €3,000 in their pocket. My name is Brandon, aka B Dog, and don't be fooled, it's actually me. I'm not Dutch Boy Casts. However, we've already seen Masonic today go 2-0 against for the win, and they're the first team immediately to advance. Royals and Herosity have already been eliminated from the competition, and it's absolutely fierce here. We're going to get straight into these lineups. NLG, by HLTV rankings, they're the fifth best team in Germany so far. They've won against Offset and Los Reyes yesterday, looking to come into the main stage of the Swiss with an absolute bang. They've got a new roster with a core of just PDY and Red, and they've got 3 maps played, and we're going to actually jump straight into the vetoes here just to see what is occurring. Let's see what happens here. Okay, here we go. Nuke immediately being banned. Sangal, they removed it, and quite rightly. NLG seem to favour that so far in the series. And Sangal have got quite a history of anti-stratting their opponents so far in the competition. NLG, they remove Inferno immediately, and that's been an old reliable for Sangal. So we're about to see the map pick here. Sangal Esports, they do pick Mirage. And now we're going to see NLG's pick here. They're on to Dust 2. So that means we are left with Vertigo, Overpass, and Ancient. And I can imagine this going to an Ancient, if I'm being honest with you. Both of these teams look quite strong on it. Sangal, they do remove Vertigo, which was the deciding map that they played against 777 Esports, who are actually playing right now, but they are on the B stream. The A stream is NLG versus Sangal Esports, as they remove Overpass, which means we will be heading to Ancient after all. The B stream will be 777 versus Los Reyes, so head over there if you are a Norwegian or a Danish fan. But stick right here because we've got an absolute cracker on our hands here. Red for NLG Esports is the IGL and the AWPA. We're seeing a lot of that here in the competition already, and I'm one for it. Fallen revolutionizing that meta, and it's set to continue here early into 2022. Ocalicious as well. He's been on fire this tournament. The two players I want to highlight there are Red and Ocalicious. They've played Dust 2 twice already in this main stage, and it's no surprise to me that they've actually picked that map. They won both of them, but it wasn't as comfortable as you'd expect. They allowed their opponents to reach double digits. Moving on to Sangal, the team, I saw them yesterday. I'm incredibly surprised in how they're really just showing up here. They reverse sweeped both of their teams so far in the 2 games they've already played against Royals and against 777. And the first map, as we saw from that lovely veto from production, it will be Mirage. And Sangal Esports, they did play this yesterday, and they did actually punish pick 777 on it. It was incredibly decisive from them, and it was incredibly well played veto by them. They look to do the same here, especially removing Nuke, which is one of NLG's preferred maps here. The team is extremely young, but it's got a wealth of experience in Corey, this Hungarian ex-Budapest 5 player, and Skrunk, this German ex-alternate attacks player. 2 players to definitely highlight for Sangal. Sensei, their AWP player from Austria, only 18 years old. And another player I've been impressed with recently is QB. He's only 16 and he's German. There's a lot of potential here on this Sangal side. NLG looking to come out the gates strong. This promises to be an absolute cracker of a series. Just for that veto again, we're going to head to Mirage. We're going to Dust 2. If we need it, it will be Ancient. We wouldn't be here without the possibility of our sponsors. A quick shout out to Plasma, the science-based esport nutrition drink hailing in Germany, developed by gamers for gamers. And we're straight into the pistol round here. Sangal Esports on their T side. No Limit Gaming, they're on their CT. Double flash smoke early for this T side, and it's just armor on this CT. 3-man lean early, and this looks where the bomb could be heading. There is an underpass split immediately. That smoke is being lined up for market window, and the flashes are about to rain in, but No Limit Gaming, they've got everything here. They've got all the pieces to the puzzle. But there might be a change of plan. Look at this flank coming in towards window. PDY, he's not aware of it yet. And this boost actually over towards apartments, it could be extremely damaging. Corey is just holding for any aggression. And because Sangal have all this mid control and so much time, they're just going to revert the bomb over. Scrunk is trying to slink his way through connector right now. Joined in by Kyubi. Okalicious will be the first point of contact, gets a dink for his troubles and falls back immediately, which allows Corey to activate. There are a lot of players here, and there's disruption over on the A bomb site. Corey, he has eliminated this player over towards B apartments. No Limit Gaming, they're left scratching their heads on what to do. The CT flank, it's too strong. Kyubi, he's on for a second. It's a 2 versus 1 in the early stages of this round. And Marky, he's got it all to do here. The T's, they are grouped up all the way over. So it's going to be a very difficult task for him. It is planted at default. These T's are in CT and they're just completely tucked up. He's been cleared, but it does not matter. Kyubi, 3 kills in the round, and it's all based off that mid-aggression. So much space Sangal Esports had, and they were able to exploit all areas of the map. Pistol round falling their way on their map pick. Force Spy immediately comes out for No Limit Gaming. Double Scouts fill the feed immediately, and Red, he is the IGL and the AWPer of this CT side. One to watch out for, he's number 2. And does get an immediate scout on towards Scrunk. And mid-control, it is normally the main focus of Mirage and Sangal. They're wasting no time. 1 minute 30 on the clock, and mid-control already belongs to them. As a result of this, No Limit Gaming, they're just forced back on towards the bomb site, and they have little to no information. And this hit, it's about to come in. This B split about to enter the feed. Perks will pass the first challenge, but trades, they're actually going the way of this CT side. This split, it's being shut down immediately. It's so well played. It's all left onto Scrunk, who was dinked down earlier into the round from the scout of Red. Looking to do it all here. Red will find him. No Limit Gaming win the round based off their Force Spy. These Force Wars, though, they're not going to quit. As you see, a lovely cinematic angle flying over T-Spawn. Sangal Esports reduced to pistols, but they have invested, all grouping up towards A, and it looks to be a quicker execute here. Just a reminder of what is on the line here. Win this, you're through straight into the main stage of HCG Masters Season 1. 3,000 euros for your troubles. The grenade, it's good. The spam from Okalicious is even better. Soulfly eliminated. Through the smoke, the kills, they suddenly fill the feed. Red, again, so prolific with his scout. It's a 2-on-5. The bomb, it looked to have been planted initially, but it hasn't been yet, and it will be denied further. Completely encircled upon the SMG of Perks rings out, and No Limit Gaming, they win the third. And off the back of the Force Spy that Sangal just invested, and with no bomb plant, it's going to be very difficult for them in this fourth. And no investment comes in. No Limit Gaming, they can extend their round lead here. And this aggression over towards both Ramp and Palace, it could catch some of these T players out. It is an adjustment, but it may be not necessarily needed. These Deagles, they could do some damage. There is actually only one, though. It's just the Glocks. But more importantly, information is being gathered for this German side. They're being extremely aggressive. They want to find and eliminate all of these T players, but what's one Deagle, it immediately finds success. Early man advantage for Sangal. And they're now grouping to hoping to convert this round. Let's just look at the setup for this No Limit game inside. They are in more of a default spread despite getting the original information. With that man eliminated at ramp, it has made them a little bit scared. So PDY is just playing a little bit safer, jump spotting, and will find all of these Ts. Information conveyed allows Okalicious to swing in, and suddenly all of the CT kills fill the feed. Also, I thought the bomb, it's left onto Soulfly, but he won't plant it. Red completely denies him, and that's very important. That bomb plant for Sangal would have been very useful. The buy will come in regardless. But the utility might not all be there. Some lovely shots coming out, and look at this transition. Wow. Production are on fire today. Shout out them. They're making my job a whole lot easier. So back on the buys once again into the 5th round. Sangal, they can finally afford some AKs. And it's early mid aggression just for Scrunk. 777, they were doing this against Sangal yesterday, sending one player over towards middle and then capitalizing on A splits. No Limit Gaming, it's now their task to stand tall. 4-on-4 in the early stages, but this is where Scrunk can capitalize on this. Red has got the AWP and will need to stand tall for this A defense. But Sangal don't need to commit immediately into this bomb site just yet. There's currently nobody home, but the rotations are on their way. Marquee tentatively approaching this ticket angle, which will be flashed. So it looks to be a bomb plant here. And then the retake can come out on towards A. Oh, but QB misses his gunfight over towards Marquee, and that's allowed No Limit Gaming an opportunity to capitalize on it in this round. There's all kits on the board, and they have got utility to work with. It's a double AWP setup, so it's not going to be the most efficient, or so I thought, but the thorn in their side could well be Corey. The bomb, though, it's just being stuck, and he can't even convert the first. No Limit Gaming, they win another round. 4 for their troubles on their CT side. Looks to be the instant window smoke about to be thrown, as we do actually see these replays. Lovely shots coming in for Marquee. And doesn't look like the double AWP was retained over, so it's just one into Red's hands. And these Tech 9s are immediately not finding much success. Posturing towards B is Sangal with this mid lurk once again. And he can actually find more success in connector. He's just edging over towards the smoke. But he has to be careful because Perks has already pushed out short. With all this commotion going in towards jungle, it might allow Sangal to just capitalize on this, but instead they're slowing down. They're just being a little bit more patient. They want No Limit Gaming to overextend and go searching. Have punished them on the Deagle rounds before, pushing in towards ramp and the other extremities of the map, but instead Palace and mid are the avenues of attack for this CT side. Perks has to be a little bit careful that there could be a player in underpass, and the timing, it might just elude him. But they're not going to be aware of this aggressive position, but it doesn't matter. Kyubi immediately eliminates the threat. It's suddenly a 4-on-3 for Sangal into the 6th round. Marquis, he's the next point of contact should they elect to carry on this mid-pressure. It looks to be a connector lean. There is one player here in Oculicious, and he is over the way in Palace, and they're definitely not going to expect this. He can bide his time, but he makes his presence known, and Soulfly takes his head off. It's a 4 versus 2. Make it a 4 versus 1. Marquis has got it all left to do, and he's definitely going to save this. Because whilst the money, it could be there for some of the players on No Limit Gaming, it's still not ideal. And there's limited hope into this round, and Sangal, off the back of these pistols, do convert. And they will find a second. And it's this mid-control once again from this T side that's proven to be the difference maker in the early stages of these rounds. Entry fragging in towards Skrunk as well over from Connector. He's just playing in the smokes, and he's just catching these players off guard time and time again. And whilst it's not immediately inherently dangerous, No Limit Gaming, alarm bells, they might be starting to ring soon. This is an interesting buy for them as well. They can definitely force back into it. Some players can drop over. Red is incredibly quick on the AWP. Again, players I want to highlight for both of these teams will definitely be Red and also Oculicious. He's been on fire so far over the past few days. For Sangal, definitely keep your eye on Sensei and also Kyubi. These players have been a little bit of a menace. And once again, it's the old familiar. It's the same old story. Skrunk in towards Connector. But the AWP will find success. It's a 4 versus 4 in the early stages of this round. But look at this again. Oh, Perks. He just catches off Soulfly. And Sangal, they're trying to exploit Connector, and they're trying to exploit Jungle in the early stages of these rounds. And it's finally been shut down. They've been showing this ever since the pistol. And now it's back to square one. Just going to take a breather here as the bomb is on the back of Corey, and he looks to be heading towards his partner and grouping up towards the B bomb site. There's a lurk in Skrunk, I believe, over towards this Palace angle, but Marquis, he's in such a clever position. This is definitely not something you check every day. You normally check on top of the chair, but this is just a little bit wider. This MP9 could do so much damage. It's about to take contact. Good for one, but he can't find the second. Corey, he's got 20 seconds left, and despite there being a player on A, the bomb, it's over towards B. QB doing his best just to keep this player cemented here, but there's only 10 seconds. Needs to get a move on Corey, but it doesn't look like he's actually going to. Saving over these AKs are far too important for the economy of Sangal, and they let Lone Limit Gaming convert their 5th. The buys, it can still come in for both teams. So we are going to get another gun round, and obviously this is the most exciting part of the game. Mirage, this is Sangal's map pick, and they're hoping to convert it. AWP on Sensei can be a difference maker. Now they can't afford it. But Oculicious doesn't care. Full blind, one-tapping him out of the server. The biggest investment for Sangal into this round eliminated, and it goes from bad to worse. Red continuing to find impact. He's everywhere at the moment. 2 versus 5 now for Sangal. But once again, they do have mid. Oh, but he goes unchecked. PDY, and he doubles up. No Limit Gaming, they convert the 6th. They seem to have stemmed the bleeding over towards middle, and they look very comfortable on this CT side. just in that off position, goes completely unchecked and doubles up for his team. No Limit Gaming extend their round lead to 4. And maybe a faster approach coming in for Sangal. Rather than electing to take mid straight up, they're electing to take underpass. The spam is coming through once again for Okalicious, but he's not going to find the same success he did in the previous. Flashes suddenly fill middle. Oh, it's really lucky that he didn't get caught out there. He does actually escape with his life. Sangal cannot convert the early pick into this 9th. And look at this once again. Look at this aggression on the extremities of the map. It's actually Red. He's pushed all the way in with a pistol, a USP, and he takes Corey's head off. No Limit Gaming. A little bit of disrespect coming into the server. They are confident, and they want to be winning this game to take themselves 3-0 into the regional Swiss. Sensei left with it all to do over towards A, but there is a player under Palace, PDY, who has been unchecked thus far. And with Soulfly in towards stairs, this could get a little bit dangerous. Kyubi will definitely be aware of this presence now, but there's another player in Marky. He's just switched around. There's no way they're going to expect this at all. The flashbangs, they're raining in, and look at Marky just biding his time. Good for 1 and the 2nd. No Limit Gaming win their 7th. Sensei is getting a couple of kills with this AWP, but in the battle of the sniper rifles, Red is clearly coming out on top, finding a lot more impact for this CT side. And I highlighted Sensei because he dropped 30 kills in the last map. We saw him on Mirage against 777 Esports. But instead, Sangal just reduced to these 4 spies, a Mac 10. It's not great, but this A execute, it has to do wonders. That grenades, they're going to do a heap of damage. Burning alive. Okalicious full blind once again. I feel like every kill he's had, he just hasn't seen his opponents. Red plucking Soulfly out the sky. It's all left onto Scrunk. There's no bomb plant. It's a clean round on the bank. It's surely built now for No Limit Gaming. Eight to 2 here, and the default spread on this CT side, it's just working wonders. Sangal, they can't seem to crack an opening anywhere apart from mid, and with No Limit Gaming just letting them have the map control and just tucking in, playing trading, simple fundamental Counter-Strike, it's enabling the conversions of these rounds. This T side will have another buy. They need to capitalize on it. Kyubi, this young German player, he's only 16 years old, and he finds the first pick onto PDY. It was aggressing in towards Palace, but there are 2 players here that are going to recontest, and this might catch him off guard. Oh, he does get one, but Okalicious with the immediate trade. It's now a 3 versus 4 here in the favour of Sangal. And once again, they have middle. But the CTs have information over towards Palace. And I think we've seen this time and time again from this T side. It's once again a connector walk. Okalicious is aware of this fact. It could happen, and he's good for 1, but the immediate trade comes out for Sensei. Red smoked off the angle. He's going to push through the smoke, perhaps. Oh, he does attempt to do it. He has been extremely aggressive so far. We just saw him win a USP battle in the previous on towards Corey. But Sensei, I said he needs to find impact, and he does. Say his name and he steps up. Sangal Esports, they will get their 3rd on this T side. Bomb just ticking down now. 3 players surviving for Sangal, and with the bomb exploding as well. Their economy, it's not too bad at all. But because No Limit Gaming have won so many rounds in a row, their bank balances are all looking pretty healthy. God, I didn't expect to see a triple commit in towards Palace. And I really like what they're doing here. They're just so unrelenting, No Limit Gaming. They're really taking the fight here on their CT side. And it's a bit of a change-up because we have seen them just sit back in some of these. And there's the battle of the snipers. Red will find Sensei. Okalicious extending in towards middle. This is a change for No Limit Gaming. Red getting another Molotov kill. It's suddenly a 2 versus 4. The switch up of aggressing in towards middle and underpass proves to be the difference maker in the 12th. Sangal Esports are 2 players now to convert, and they've already been spotted out by PDY. This grenade's actually not going to find any success. The Molotov is tickling his toes. But it's the information, more importantly, being conveyed, and there's already going to be a flank on as well. Might not even be required with this player in towards jungle. Look at how fast it is as well. Keep your eye on perks. Soulfly's definitely not going to be expecting this. They're more worried about the short presence. There we go, perks in from the back lines, and it's all left onto QB. They know where he is from the earlier engagement on towards Okalicious. Does pass the first challenge, but it's all he's good for. Marquis locks in a 9th for No Limit Gaming. Sangal, they can buy into this one. The loss bonus, it is favouring them. 4-round loss bonus, so $3,400 each time they lose a round, but it's quite a strong deficit currently, and this might be a change of pace. They need to get something going here, and instead they're just waiting for NLG's aggression in towards middle, but they're not going to find anything. Got caught out in the previous and are looking not to make the same mistake. They once again have this player in Palace, and this is definitely the default for Sangal. Try and take middle in a little bit more of a reserved manner. But Okalicious just fills the feed. He can be completely unchallenged in connector and good for 2 kills. It's now a 5 versus 3, favouring the CT side once again. They're looking incredibly strong here, and it's not even their map pick. But with Sensei eliminating red over towards B, it opens up an avenue of opportunity, especially putting Marquis into the ground. This B bomb site, it belongs to Sangal immediately, but there's only 2 players here to reinforce the bomb site. Because QB, he's just a mile away. The timing just eludes, which allows QB to actually sneak round in towards middle. There's players market, short, and underpass for No Limit Gaming. It's now a 3 versus 2. This flank, it could catch this AWP out, but he needs to look at window. And the kills come in, No Limit Gaming. They'll just secure their 10th. It looks so good as well on this B bomb site. Sensei opening up the round, trying to deliver as much for his team as he possibly can, but they can't convert the afterplant. No Limit Gaming attacking from all avenues, aware of the possibility there could be a late lurk, especially because QB is constantly over towards Palace. Really nice heads-up play from them. Grouping as a unit and taking fights at the same time. It converts their 10th, and it's more of a scramble over towards the A-bomb site early for Sangal. They're just going to go straight ahead of these grenades and smokes, but Okalicious, he's just tucked in, but it doesn't matter. The kills, they all feel the T feed. It's red on blue, and it's red over towards Ticket with his AWP. He is the next defender that Sangal have to eliminate. Look at these rotations. They're all here already. Sangal, they've got a really tall task ahead of them. Perks is on an AWP as well, and he's just trying to find any sort of impact, going for style points. There's a 4 versus 3, but the HP is low, and suddenly the CTs, they are starting to convert. These double orbs are finding success. Kyubi and Sensei. Sensei's incredibly close, but Perks is looking for him. He does miss the shot. Sensei capitalizes on it, but it's now left all onto Kyubi. It's a 1 versus 1. And he will find it. Sangal, they do get their 4th round on the board, and it looks to be a 4-on-2. Suddenly turned into Sangal's favour. Individual gunfights with the downfall of No Limit Gaming, and it allows Sangal to extend and convert. Look at this, just isolating the gunfights one by one. And No Limit Gaming on their 15th. Actually, both teams have got an SMG in the feed, and it's Oculicious once again to go hunting, and he could find 3 Ts. We do see this a lot from Mirage teams. It's a player going to reinforce short, going to be the first contact. Oculicious is looking underpass, but more importantly, is playing anti-flash for the mid-pop. And here we go. Corey, he converts and immediately sprays onto Oculicious, but Perks is here. The second line of defense. Good for 2. These early Sangal players have just fallen by the wayside. The bomb has been dropped in towards middle. It's going to be a tall task for them to get their 5th round on the board. Scrunk is in towards underpass though, but Perks is not revealing himself at window. Low HP. Oh, but this short presence of Marky, that's an MP9 long range on an AWP player. That's not fair at all. No Limit Gaming, they want to convert their 11th. They want to end this round as strong as they started it. There's even players pushed in towards Palace. It's going to be such a tall task for Sangal. 30 seconds on the clock. They're in a sandwich in between these CT players. But they might not be aware of it, No Limit Gaming. This could all get a little bit scary. But with the bomb being dropped, I would imagine that is the round done. 15 seconds on the board. Scrunk bounding over towards this bomb, but he can't even find a frag. No Limit Gaming, 11 rounds to the good on their CT side on Sangal's map pick. And that's absolutely incredible from them. Such a strong defense. I'll tell you what, we're going to throw it to the ads and then join us right back when we get into the second half of this first map of the best of 3. Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of the first map of this best of 3. My name is B-Dog, aka Brand, and I'm talking you through the action state in the 2-0 matchup between NLG and Sangal Esports. We're on Sangal's Esports map pick of Mirage, and they're losing quite heavily. It's 11-4 in the favor of NLG. Sangal looked quite dominant early on. They were exploiting middle. But NLG, for a combination of just pushing mid and also just holding back and just letting Sangal just run the clock down, they were actually the enemies of their own downfall. We'll be getting into the action very shortly here. Thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you for production. Thank you to our sponsors. CoinMotion, I want to talk about them. They're the leading cryptocurrency platform in Finland. The goal of them It's just whether you have much digital expertise or not. And you want to invest in crypto safely, be sure to check out Coin Motion. There is a tech pause coming in now on the side for everyone because there's a mic problem. But we're going to get that resolved as soon as we can, and then we can lead back into this game. Mirage, Sangal on their CT side, and they're actually quite dominant yesterday against 777 Esports on their CT side, so they're looking to pick that up once again now. And I honestly thought Sangal would be more prepared. Obviously, the stakes on the line for this. The winner will advance 3-0, undefeated, extreme bragging rights in HCG Masters Season 1 onto the main stage, but also they will pocket a cool €3,000. For the loser, not to worry. They just need to win 3 games, lose 3, and you're eliminated. But we're thankfully back straight into the action here. Look at this aggression immediately coming out between Palace and Under Palace. And A is going to be the bomb site of attack. These nades are raining in, obscuring vision, Ocalicious, Perks. They're getting everything done for this T side. No Limit Gaming, they're just running absolutely rampant. Kyubi, all that's left over towards Connector. It's going to be a very tall task for him to win this round. And it's been absolutely decisive so far for this T side. But let's not count Kyubi out just yet. This 16-year-old German prodigy. He could have it all to do. He's good for the second, but the clock is wearing very thin. These are lovely shots coming out of Kyubi, but it'll be to no avail. With Marky taking him out and just securing the round, No Limit Gaming. They're onto their 12th, and it feels very comfortable for them. Look at this once again. The grenades obscuring the vision over towards Ticket. Perks and Ocalicious combine Under Palace, and these were some incredibly nice shots coming in for this youngster. So we do see them on the replay. Sangal Esports are actually going to be waiting for NLG because they call a tactical pause here just to calm down, steady the ship, get all of the emotions in check. They're 4 rounds away for taking Sangal's map pick here. And this is the last best of 3 of the week we have for you. We are back on Monday to continue to see who is going to advance to the main stage to join Masonic, who've already advanced 3-0. They beat For the Win 2-0 quite comfortably. We're back into the action here. Force Buy fills the feed for Sangal. Scout coming out for Sensei. On Overpass, he got a 4K headshot with it, and he's looking to replicate the same successes. But he might not be needed over in towards middle because the avenue of attack it is in towards B. There are 2 defenders here for Sangal here to meet it. And they're going to have to go huge here, or at least stay alive to allow the rotations to come in. This top connector smoke will immediately anchor these CTs, though, over towards A. And Marky slipped the net over towards short, and this could be really impactful because one of the players has already turned round. Marky in over towards Van, and he's clearing his corners. Lots of money fills his pocket. Sangal left scrambling. No Limit Gaming, the B bomb site, it belongs to them, and they're trying to hunt down these players. But it's been absolute domination. And this is not No Limit Gaming's map pick. We are heading to Dust 2 next, which they decided to play. They've played it twice already in this Swiss stage. They've already won it twice in this Swiss stage. They're looking to continue the same form here. It's been rampant. This is the 17th round, and No Limit Gaming are about to get their 13th. The bomb explodes, but the CTs, they get away with their saved weapons. And it means they can just have a little bit more reinforcement into this one. The economy, it's not completely destroyed yet, but Sangal, they are running out of time. They need to put a round on the boards, and they need to do it fast. For No Limit Gaming, it's currently smooth sailing. Looks to be more of the same, a faster middle approach coming in. We saw this from Sangal, and now it's No Limit Gaming's turn to put the pressure on. Marky once again is so close, but there is a player in towards ladder that could catch him potentially off guard. And once again, these players for Sangal, they're so far away. They're underneath Palace and Ramp, and this BXQ is going to come in, and there's not going to be enough time for them to get there. T kills are just filling the feed. Sensei's barrel has been spotted. The knife kill comes out for Perks. They're really feeling themselves on this Mirage map. No Limit Gaming. They're about to make it 14. Sangal, this is a very new roster for them. They do have a lot of potential. Extremely young players in with the old guard of experience. Corey and Skrunk, ex-Budapest 5, ex-Alternate Attacks. A lot of tournament experience on their shoulders, and they're just trying to guide this young core that they're trying to develop here at Sangal. Soulfly, Kyubi, as well as Sensei. They're all extremely young players, and they've got a lot of time to develop still. But No Limit Gaming, they're the 5th best team in Germany, and we are seeing why. Absolutely running riot here on Mirage. If it isn't broke, they're not going to fix it. Faster play in towards B once again, clearing out underpass as well. Trying to stop any mid-aggression from Sangal. This defensive Molotov will buy time. But the round advantage, it's definitely on No Limit Gaming's side. And it's more of the same. Soulfly to be tested, but head completely removed. Corey in towards the back lines of bench. Is going to have to stand tall, or at least live. Good for one, and Kyubi chimes in with a second. Suddenly, it's getting all a little bit dangerous. Kyubi has gone absolutely huge here, and it's all left onto Marky. Normally the short presence, but now in towards jungle. Skrunk puts him in the ground, and Sangal, they secure their 5th. Finally, the B-bomb site is met with some resistance for Sangal Esports. No Limit Gaming once again, trying to take the bomb here early, about to clear underpass once again. There's going to be nobody home. Instead, it's a 2-man connector lean in with a short crossfire. Sangal, they need to start putting rounds on the board. This exchange of utility, it's not too bad at all. But once again, we're heading straight for this B bomb site. Soulfly with the defensive grenades, just trying to survive. He's in a crossfire with Corey, and they're lighting up the feed. Perks does eliminate this short threat, and he could be the linchpin to No Limit Gaming's success, especially with this grenade. It's now a 2 versus 2, AWP on AWP. There is a flank coming in Skrunk. The smoke, it might deny him time, but if he just advances straight through it, which he is electing to do so, it could catch No Limit Gaming off guard. But he is being held for, but he will do significant damage on towards red. Sensei, it's your time to activate whilst this pressure is coming in over towards short. Skrunk, he's doing everything he can. And it's just not there from Sensei, but he does find Perks, and suddenly there is a kit on the board. It's going to be close, but I think they will manage it. Sangal Esports, with this retake, secure their 6th. And it's once again the B defense. It does stand tall. Kyubi went absolutely massive over towards the back end of B site. Sangal Esports, this is their map pick. They don't want to let it slip just yet. Already 14 rounds down. They're starting to come alive, but is it too little too late? This T side they can definitely buy, and the AWP of red, it lights up the server once again. An early entry pick falling the way for No Limit Gaming as they look to secure their 15th in the 21st round. Sensei has other ideas though, and he is aggressing over towards middle. There is a player holding for him, and look at this timing. He just gets away. So whilst mid-controller is exchanged and No Limit Gaming can capitalise upon this, there are no further casualties for Sangal. And will this be apartments pressure as well, and in towards ramp? The extremities, they're being pushed right now. The shadow is spotted, but it doesn't matter. Red, it's too quick. The rotates are here. It's a double AWP setup. Corey is eliminated, and it just leaves Sensei with this AWP to do it all. Soulfire's holding for more aggression, but there is a player close on the other side of this jungle. Marky eliminates Soulfly. Sensei needs to save this. No Limit Gaming, they're going to convert their 15th. Oh my god, and Perks once again, he gets another knife kill, and it's onto that man, Sensei again. And a bit of flair, a bit of confidence coming out of No Limit Gaming. 2 knife kills in this map so far, both from Perks and both onto Sensei. Gonna get a replay on that with these quick shots coming in. Marky clearing every angle, and I want to see this knife kill. Where is it? Here we go then. Production always on point. Look at that as we do get into this potentially last round. Sangal, nice grenades are going to find the opening. Okalicious is here. Only good for one. Scrunk with the FAMAS, but it's the B hit once again whilst all this commotion is going on. Soulfly, they're not going to check him because they think he's Molotov'd. Soulfly, he actually doubles up and he's maybe be good for the 3rd. Sensei with the Deagle. Sangal convert the 7th. No Limit Gaming looking to capitalise off the opportunity that Sangal were overextending in towards middle. But the missed Molotov allows Soulfly to capitalise with this SMG. And it's not over just yet. NLG calling for a tactical pause because they've lost 1 round once again. Missed grenades can be a bit frustrating. AWP being saved over as well on that replay. Probably to discuss the money as well, because a couple of these players on No Limit Gaming cannot really afford to buy. Once again, the pause, it's coming in. They're just discussing their options. They've got rounds to play with, so it wouldn't be that bad to see these pistols, but instead they're going to force 4 AKs, 1 Galil, and not much utility, but the most important factor is they have smokes. And they have the confidence. We've seen that coming out of them already. Just a reminder, this is not their map pick. After this, we are going to be heading to Dust 2, but when we get there is another story. It could be sooner rather than later. If No Limit Gaming have anything to say about it. This early aggression from Scrunk, though, is beautiful. It conveys so much information over to this CT side, who are all stacked over towards A. Surely they're going to get a wriggle on now and rotate over, especially because the aggression is all the way over in towards T-spawn now. There are 2 players here to reinforce this bomb site. Sensei, good for 1, but that's all he can deliver. Soulfly, he's been in towards Van time and time again, but just escapes. Trying to stay alive for his team, but he can't deliver on the spray. Perks does convert it. It's a 3 versus 3. No Limit Gaming, they've turned this around. And they could be taking map 1 right here and now. Bomb about to be planted. Scrunk and QB with it all left to do. HP only marginally favours this CT side, but Red has got it all left on his shoulders. Good for the first kill. And they're both so low. One bullet to either of these players will end the round. We're going to see what is going to happen here. Red further aggressing up and just tucking in. Doesn't need to reveal himself. The onus is on Scrunk. He needs to defuse this bomb to keep his team in it. And Red is playing the clock so magnificently. No Limit Gaming. They pick up this map and they convert it 16-7. Sangal left a little bit clueless and left with it all to do here in the series. We're going to head to Dust 2 very shortly. Join us after the break when we head to the second map of the final best of 3 of the week. Welcome back, everyone. The stage is set incredibly nicely for NLG to take this series 2-0 after capitalizing upon Sangal's map pick of Mirage, taking them down quite handily 16-7. This is the last best of three of the week for HCG Masters Season 1 Regional Swiss stage. This is a big match. The winner of this will advance immediately into the main Swiss stage, pocketing a cool €3,000. The battlefield for our next encounter between these two teams is Dust 2 and NLG. It is their map pick, and they've picked it quite decisively all throughout this regional Swiss stage of HCG. They have won it both times that they have played it, and it looks quite scary for Sangal, but they have to do it all here. Should Sangal immediately eliminate them on this map, we will be heading to a decider, and I believe that is going to be Ancient. So, NLG, this German side, it's in the palm of their hands. They're very close to securing a 3-0 start in this Swiss stage. For Sangal, this European roster of young talents sprinkled in with veteran seasoned experience, they're looking to also climb the gap. And one thing I do want to mention is that in each of the games that Sangal have played so far in HCG, they have reverse swept their opponents, which means that they concede the first map normally, and then they come back Actually, we're going to need a fact check on that because they actually did beat 777 over towards Mirage. So let me correct myself. It always goes to a third map when Sangal Esports does play in these best of threes at HCG. So let's not count them out just yet. In the chat, I can see you all cheering away. Let's just have a little look here. I need to see who is in the chat showing their support. There we go. So, HCG Masters Regional Swiss. We're in the closing stages for this week, but do not worry. We'll be back again on Monday and we'll be finding out who will be advancing. There are 16 teams that were here originally. 14 remain, with Hero City and Royals being eliminated today. Masonic were the other team to advance 3-0. Whilst we have got this opportunity, I just want to shout out our sponsors. First, I want to talk about Plasma, the science-based esports nutrition drink that was made in Germany, developed by gamers for gamers. And whether you're a pro or a hobby gamer, we all know that losing concentration or lack of sleep can be decisive. In fact, if you head over to Twitter at HCG_esports, there is a giveaway right now for a starter package of Plasma. So if you are interested, there are panels just directly below me that will tell you a lot more information than I ever could. But in addition to that, you can just enter the giveaway and be in the chance to win. CoinMotion, leading crypto platform from Finland, is for anyone who wants to invest into crypto safely and securely, regardless of their expertise in digital currencies. Invest, please, at your own risk. Make sure you're of age. Make sure it is obviously your money you are investing. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm going to tell you what to invest in crypto-wise, but if you are interested in that, CoinMotion down in the panels below. My name is Brandon, aka B-Dog, and if you like what you're hearing today, I've been on the mainstream basically all week. If you do want to follow my Twitter, my @ is just up here. And sorry about the delay here. I want to get you into the game as soon as I can. I'm being told that we're just around the corner here. Just to recap, NLG versus Sangal. We are heading over towards Dust 2. It fell the way on Sangal's map pick for NLG. They won quite comfortably. The flare was coming out for this side. The knife kills were in. Sensei got knifed twice at the hands of Perks. So this storyline is going to be really set up here. Sangal, they've got it all to do. Key players of contention for both of these sides. I want to give a special shout out to Red, the AWPer for NLG. Absolutely prolific. It will be a battle of the AWPs, especially over towards Dust 2, because Sensei, this Austrian AWPer for Sangal, he is electric when he wants to be on his day. But here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, NLG. We're heading to Dust 2 for their map pick. Looking to take the Series 2-0, starting on the T side. With the changes coming into Dust 2, it has made this map slightly more CT-sided, and that can be accompanied with the buff of the A1S. But here we go, this long contact is about to come in. Soulfly, the immediate contact for No Limit Gaming. And they're just going to hold W. They're just going to make their way all the way up. Look at the map control being taken by this T side. Immediately coming in, and here we are. Bomb site being overrun by these T players. The smokes, it's going to deny entry. The grenades are good. But Oculicious just over the smoke will not get anything done. 4 versus 4. Sangal, they need to retake this, but Perks in the back lines. He doubles up immediately. Corey and Kyubi with it all to do, and they're filling the feed. It's all left onto Reds. The IGL for No Limit Gaming, but Corey puts him in the ground. Sangal Esports, they secure the first. And it looks a little bit scary there, especially because of the pace of this T-sided pistol round coming out for No Limit Gaming. Within the first 30 seconds, they were already on the bomb site. But it was a 2 versus 4. Especially with this double kill from Perks as well. It looked to be so set up for No Limit Gaming that they do fall. Sangal with the early advantage going into this one. But it is meta to force buy into this. A boost coming in to see in towards middle. Damage being exchanged, but it's not a great deal. The main contention for this map will be in towards short and also this long fight. The weaponry, it definitely does favour No Limit Gaming with these AK-47s and Galils. But Corey is about to go hunting and he might find one of these players, but he doesn't actually check all the way. This is absolutely huge. Look at Okalicious. He's got no idea that he's there and they've just passed each other like ships in the night. Okalicious surely is about to find the first point of contact. The spray, it's a little bit shaky, but he does get there eventually. The bomber is heading towards A. There are two players here. And Soulfly will be the first challenge. He stands tall with his MP9, shredding death by 1,000 paper cuts. For the bomb, it is to be planted. It's a 3 versus 2 in the interim, because there is a player for No Limit Gaming all the way over in T-Spawn. And with Skrunk left all to do here, whilst the HP of some of these players are low, Okalicious will just secure this round. And wow, it was quite impactful, him actually being in lower tunnels going unchecked, because he does get 2 kills there. No Limit Gaming favouring long control early into this one. And they're finding success. 1-1, we're all tied up. Long will then be the battleground here. Sangal, they do actually invest straight into this. Sensei saving a little bit of money, but the P250 is starting to sing. But then it all feels the way of the T side. Soulfly with this Deagle in towards Car. He could be a difference maker. Especially with that Molly not actually reaching him. If he goes unchecked here, it could be quite dangerous. But instead, No Limit Gaming are reverting their eyes towards middle. PDY could secure a lot of map control. And it's a complete non-factor. No Limit Gaming win 2 rounds in a row, and they're looking to start off their T side on the right foot. Incredibly dominant on Mirage, especially on CT. We didn't see too much terrorist assaults from them. 16-7 was the final scoreline. You can check it in the graphic over in the top right. But Sangal just reduced to these pistols. Trying to find anything in mid. The boost, it stands tall. Red, off the back of the totem pole, does secure the first nail in the coffin for Sangal. And these Ts, they've just been a little bit more disciplined. After seeing the early aggression in towards middle, they're just going to group up and play the trade game. They don't want to give anything away to this CT side. Having already lost a 2 versus 4, they don't want to replicate this. But the gamble stack, it is coming in for Sangal. They are rotating players over towards this A bomb site. But they need to tuck in and not give this AWP any window of opportunity. But this could be quite scary. Yes, it is only USPs. And they're about to all swing on towards long, straight into this Galil, but only gets 1. Red is now on a complete island, and he gets eliminated. Suddenly, it's a 3 versus 2, but Perks, he's the guardian angel for No Limit Gaming, and secures them the round. But that did get a little bit dicey there, especially with that AWP completely left on his own. It will be recovered. Sangal, not going to be too stressed with that one. They didn't invest anything into the round. They came out of it with a couple of kills. So not too bad overall. But the early exchanges, they do favour this T side. They started Mirage with a bang, and they're looking to do the same here. First gun round, a quicker change of pace. 4 players electrifying, sprinting all of the way into B. Corey with the AWP. It's a double AWP setup for Sangal. And the rotates, they are here. On Corey, that's a wonderful shot over towards this bomb site. He's delayed so much time. Scrunk can now come in, and it's all left onto Red. The IGL AWPer of this No Limit game inside. He has it all to do. We'll spot out all of these players, but they know where he is. The no-scope is good, but it's not enough. No Limit Gaming, despite the pace change, get put immediately into the soil by Corey. Lovely AWP shots. This second one was incredible. Look at this. Quick as you like. Just securing the bomb site. Maybe should have had the third, but he's done enough damage. This is set to be close, especially in these early stages. We're now on to the 6th round, and Sangal Sensei will find this boost. They've been doing it a lot. This MP9 aggression could find further success for them, but he will actually get caught out. Marky, he's fading away, and now they hear the AWP ring. It's going to be the sign of go, trying to overwhelm these players in towards middle. And they've got a lot of map control on this B side of the map, but look at how far Soulfly has pushed in. And No Limit Gaming, they are known to reset. They're a patient team, and they might go straight in towards Soulfly. The trade spacing is good for No Limit Gaming. They're leaving nothing to chance. They're about to come through this tight choke point though, and if Soulfly goes unchecked, it could be a disaster. It's all on his shoulders here in this 6th round. This passes the first challenge. But that's all he will achieve. Corey feels the feed on the other side of the map. It is a 2 versus 3 as the long smokes rain in. But the rotates, they're already here. And with 25 seconds left on the clock, there's no time to rotate. This flank coming in as well. Could be the nail in the coffin. The pincer from Kyubi. It's perfect. 16-year-old German for Sangal. They tie up the scoreline 3-3. And it's not actually going to be the best buy in the world for this T side. Quick as you like from Sensei. I think he's 17 years old. Hailing from Austria. Keep an eye out for him. It is a force buy. They bought down to around about 2k. So it's going to be a couple of upgraded pistols and just this scout on the back of Red. But don't count him out just yet. It looked to be early long was going to be the protocol for No Limit Gaming, but in the last few rounds they reverted to more of a straight default. Taking control of lower allows them to get full mid control. And with 3 players here over towards A, long wouldn't have been a good call anyway. Raven pushing the buttons for me, providing you with these lovely angles. And Scrunk, he's limiting the success here as well. And it is off the back of this force buy, but it is a double AWP setup for Sangal, and they win the round cleanly, and that's so important for their economy. The longevity of the CT economy is especially frail. Lose a couple of rounds and you're reduced to this eco. It's something that Sangal cannot afford to do. And winning the round cleanly, especially just against pistols, prevents rebuys from occurring. It means that they can build the bank balance and have a longer chance. Red sees 2 players spotting and won't shoot, instead conveys information. Which is why you see all of these players grouped towards long initially. Sangal, when they do go hunting, they do it in packs. And here we see it again over towards B. 2 players aggressing to take some map control. But sure, it's the aim of the game for No Limit Gaming. This hinge smoke has been thrown and placed down. And I think they're going to make it around the corner just before this lower tunnel's presence does come in. It's actually being held for Kyubi. Oh, he messes up the spray. Does a lot of damage onto 2 players, but it's not the kill. Mid to B is now the approach. And there's 3 players in for Sangal over towards A, and this is definitely could be a mistake. Corey in towards tunnels, needs to do it all here, needs to stand firm, and there's a player in towards window already. PDY eliminates this threat. The bomb site, it belongs to No Limit Gaming, and we've got a 3 versus 3 retake. There are kits on the board. There's utility in play for both teams. And B bomb site, I would go as far as to argue that it's one of the more difficult ones in the map pool to retake immediately. Especially when there are just grenades that can just be thrown constantly in. With red clearing tunnels, they know that there's only one possibility where the CTs can be. Perks overextends and the flashes are perfect. PDY in the site. He doubles up here. It's now all onto Sensei, and he can't get anything done. PDY, the guardian angel for No Limit Gaming, the savior of the bomb site, secures them the 4th round. It looks a bit scary there when the kills were in the feed. The overextension of perks could have been a factor, but look at how strong PDY is here. 3 kills on the bomb site, saving his team. And I was talking about the money just last round, while Sangal are all in here with this purchase. Blink and you'll miss it. If they lose this round, they'll just be reduced to these pistols. But that's a future we might not be living in. Instead, we're right in the present. This boost, it finds success. Sensei finding impact on this AWP. Number 1 on the player cams. And then red trades right back. 4 versus 4. And the teams, they are grouping towards long. Sangal in the early stages of this half have been prioritizing a lot of players here. There is a crossfire. And Soulfly is on an elevated slight off angle. Typically players normally play in the pit, and this is why he catches perks off guard. But PDY has been so successful early in this half, continues his domination. Scrunk now playing a bait and switch in towards Car. The bomb, it's still here. But Red doesn't care. He will immediately eliminate this player. And it's all left onto Corey, and PDY puts him into the dust to soil. And Kyubi has got it left all to do here, playing him just behind these smokes. But there is a mid lurk, and this could be his demise. Marky on the flank, but Kyubi is so aware of it. Immediately eliminates him. The flashbangs, they're trading back and forth, but the wallbang will come in, and Red will secure a 5th. And this is really well played. No Limit Gaming. They don't need to over-aggress and just push onto this bomb site. They do have a flank in. And it nearly was the difference maker, but it averted the attention long enough. And this game is very close. Just a reminder, Sangal, this is not their map pick. They need to win this to secure a 3rd map. If NLG win this series 2-0, they advance straight into the main Swiss. Sangal Esports will not be eliminated from the tournament. They will have 2 more opportunities to progress. But both of these teams just want to do it flawlessly. However, it is just another USP round, so it's not going to be all she wrote. But Corey does have a Zeus. And he is playing by these smokes. Oh, but he won't find anything. It was a nice attempt, but it was just the tag. Soulfly with an AK will be looking to hold on to this. And there actually is not enough money because the rounds were going so backwards and forwards. I imagine No Limit Gamer will not hunt him. So an AK will be brought forward going into the 11th. And Sangal, whilst they have amounted a few rounds in a row here, the back and forth nature of this game inherently favours this T side. Just because the rebuys are so expensive, you have to bear in mind the differences in economy. A defuse kit, $400. A Molotov is $200 extra. And obviously the A4 A1S is $200 more expensive than the AK. It all adds up. With Sensei finding a lot of impact on the AWP, that's another investment that they can't keep affording to lose. It was a nice Zeus attempt, but nevertheless, No Limit Gaming, they're changing the script. They're flipping it straight on its head. Long control immediately being gathered by this T side. But look at this push in towards middle. Marky hits the ground. But they might not be aware of this player in T-spawn. That is Red just holding in towards tunnels. They're actually going to be pincered in, but Red and Okalicious, they both fall without finding any damage. It's now a 2 versus 5 favouring Sangal. And this is clean. This is exactly what I was talking about. They need to win this round, and they need to win it effectively. 1 or 2 kills falling by the wayside, it's not that bad, but any more and it's a little bit more expensive. Perks with it all to do, but Soulfly on top of the boxes locks it in for Sangal, 6-5. A buy, it will come out here for this T side. AWP going straight back on the back of Red. Dust 2 has got incredibly long sight lines. It's an AWPer's paradise. We've got 2 incredibly talented AWPers here on the server today. Red swinging in, but he won't find anything. Instead, he'll just get legged by Corey, because again, Sangal, when they've been finding success on their CT side, it's these double AWPs that are reaping the rewards. A heavy investment, but it seems to be working for them in the early stages of this first half. And also, look at how much mid-control they have. This might catch No Limit Gaming off guard. The flash, it will come in. It will be great. But there's a 3-man defense here to shut anything down. Instead, once again, Soulfly is to be tested. He can't fall to this Deagle here, and he doesn't. His AK, it starts to feel the feed, and these flashbangs, they're trying to bail him out. Corey, he's there to defend his teammate. Soulfly somehow gets a USP kill, and he'll actually convert onto Red as well. No, he won't. Sensei will. But him staying alive there is so important. Sangal Esports tie the series once again. A No Limit Gaming, they might just concede a 7th here. No money on the board to play with. It's just P250s. PDY having a little bit of a kickabout to himself. Did see that earlier during the day, actually. Lovely clip on Twitter. That was Onyx, I do believe. But it's just the Glocky Wockies here for No Limit Gaming. Bomb plant would be perfect for them. If they get it down, and then it's defused, it's $800 for each player. But instead, Marky will just receive a wall bang. They do have mid control. This is silver linings, okay? No Limit Gaming. They've got the control, but they don't have the firepower. But they will storm up this short position anyway. Kyubi, he's the next challenger to face them. Will get eliminated by Red's Glock, and suddenly this bomb site, it could be theirs. Oh, it's getting all a bit close, and this is the bomb plant that No Limit Gaming were after, and it could be going from bad to worse, but the kills, they immediately come in. As Sangal, they do convert this 7th. Very close exchanges here. But once again, off the back of keeping 4 players alive and the half coming to a close, Sangal can buy for the remainder. Can afford these double AWPs. Some nice Glocks coming out, but in the end, it's all she wrote here. Sangal, 7 rounds to the good on their favoured CT side over towards Dust 2. Just a reminder, this is NLG's map pick. And he looks so dominant over towards Mirage as well. Red on the totem pole once again will not find anything. And it's once again back to the old reliable default. No Limit Gaming extending themselves throughout lower tunnels. Sangal furthering their long control. 3 men to the good. But there's a big gap for middle, and it can be exploited if No Limit Gaming do decide to go for this. It looks postured to be a mid to B split, with No Limit Gaming just being diligent, Molotov in all of the close corners, slinking their way in towards mid control. The bomb is heading back towards B, but there's still a minute left on the clock. The CTs are completely split by this No Limit Gaming pressure. Two players are in, and Corey with a bait and switch setup over towards B with Kyubi. This AWP, it will tuck in, take a shot, will actually move away from it. And this is dangerous. It's all Corey. He does get the thirst and a smoke to just survive. Kyubi about to be baited in here. Common angle, but he will stand the test of time. Red, his AWP lights the feed, but it's all Kyubi. Gets 2 kills, and Scrunk will clear his angles. It's all left onto Red. This AWP of No Limit Gaming. It's a very tall task for him to achieve, but let's not count him out the round just yet. Sangal flashes, about to explode through this smoke, but Red, he has escaped towards tunnels. They're eliminating angles. They know where he is. He misses the shot and gets put down. Sangal Esports convert the 8th. And they have won the half. Whether it will be 9-6 or 8-7, this is the question now for No Limit Gaming. So here we are then. Last round of the first half of Dust 2. Definitely being spotted out Red on this boost. And Corey will not elect to be wallbanged today. It's a similar story here. I've mentioned it time and time again. But the difference maker is Red will actually eliminate Corey over towards middle, and this is more of an opportunity for No Limit Gaming to capitalize onto the 15th. As a result of that man being eliminated, control and utility are being just helplessly flung by Sangal. Smokes are being expended. They've only got 1 left. And there's just over a minute left on the clock. Long control once again. Soulfly has been so prolific, and he's in with another friend. Scrunk is playing anti-flash. This could be huge. No Limit Gaming about to walk into this setup. They know Soulfly is always playing here. Gets pre-fired, but here we go. Scrunk, he's in the back lines, and they're combining. Sensei gets eliminated as well by this short presence, but Soulfly once again, he's been so instrumental. He actually converts onto Red, and that's a 3rd. That's a 9th for Sangal. They're looking to lead it straight over towards Ancient, and this was an explosive first half from them, and they're looking to make a statement here in the series. My name is Brandon, aka B-Dog. Join me in just a quick couple of minutes when we bring you the second half of Dust 2 live. Welcome back, everyone. This is the second map of the final best of 3 of the week. NLG, 1 map to the good already in this series, but Sangal putting up a formidable defense on their CT side of Dust 2. The score is 9-6. Win this, you're through to the main Swiss. Lose this, you've got more opportunities, but you lose the bragging rights. And you maybe lose the opportunity for €3,000. NLG, They've got it all in their hands, but Sangal are looking to send this straight over to Ancient and set up a phenomenal Grand Slam should we see it. My name is Brandon, aka B-Dog. I've been talking you through the action so far over the past couple of days for HCG on this time slot. If you do like what you are hearing, make sure to follow the Twitch down below. We are providing you with a lot of content. This is 180,000 euros prize pool. And here we go then. Enough of the shameless self-promotion. This could be No Limit Gaming standing victorious. But Sangal have got something to say about it. A lot of utility, and this is the Xbox smoke, and they still have one remaining. It looks like it actually missed, which could be a big deficit, especially with Okalicious pushing up immediately towards short. But these Glocks at range, they do find his headshot. But PDY, the range, it favours the USPs, but this P250, it could chime in. PDY, he's been so effective so far on Dust 2, on T-side, looking to make a name for himself once again to secure No Limit Gaming the pistol. There are two defenders that are here currently, with a third in middle, ready to rotate at the first sign of action. PDY gets eliminated at car, and the defense, it's suddenly weakened. But A is not the plan for Sangal. Instead, Perks, he might be caught out here. He might not know there are so many players so close, and Soulfly will take his scalp. 3 versus 2 for the pistol round for Sangal. Marky, he's in their crossfire, but he's only good for 1. It's now all left onto Red, the AWPer of No Limit Gaming. He might just walk through the smoke here. He's going to run through. He might catch one of these players, and he does deliver this crucial headshot. Corey, ex-Budapest 5 player, has planted the bomb, but Red is here so quick. He might not be ready for him. Kit in his hands. 1 bullet, all it takes for these players, and they're dancing round the boxes. Red, he's playing it so well. The flashbang, it's dodged. Time is ticking. Damage being exchanged, but Red will find this headshot and will secure No Limit Gaming the pistol. And it was well played from them as well. Sangal, they reset, they caught players off guard, but this tight choke point into middle allowed a kill. The numbers, they began to thin. Red with an exceptional headshot in that first kill of the 1 versus 2 over towards window. And naturally, of course, with the bomb being planted, the force bite, it is here to stay. A foundation of all of the series so far in HCG, and it's set to continue here once again. Default spread coming out for Sangal. 3 players in towards A for No Limit Gaming. Similar to what we saw on the CT side of Sangal. And that is because long control, as well as short, it is so vital. But the pace of Sangal could catch off these defenders. Look at how aggressive they've already pushed up. The utility, it will give away their information. But it is a split and it is fast. There are MP9s only to defend, but playing and running through the smokes. Oh, they're just finding more and more success. Kyubi will answer back for this T side. And whilst the bomb site is initially overrun, it's a 4 versus 3. There's only 1 kit, but the pace of No Limit Gaming could be Sangal's downfall once again. They're accelerating over towards the tunnels. And look, Marky, he's eliminated this scout player. He's good for the second as well. Kyubi has it all to do, but it's a round conversion. No Limit Gaming. While Sangal do plant the bomb once again, they convert and close the series down. It's 9-8. It's getting extremely close. Just seeing some lovely shots coming out again, and it's the speed of these retakes that are favouring No Limit Gaming. But look, silver linings for Sangal early into these stages of T. 2 rounds have been played, 2 bombs have been planted. The AKs, they can come out. Sensei on a scout. He is quite prolific with it. There is long contact, but it's immediately given over. The rain of fire in towards all positions, denying the space. But in the early stages, a lot of utility has been used for this CT side. Look at the Ts. They've only got 3 smokes. It's not too bad, but they can't really fake anything out. But these grenades are not actually going to find anything. And off the back of losing map control in towards middle, No Limit Gaming, they decide to give up short. And this has created this gap for Sangal to exploit. Red is here with his AK-47, but he has been damaged already. It looks to be a run boost coming in. Skrunk about to get flown over. The flash, it just catches him. Red, he's aware of all of these players, relaying the information to his team, and they're all starting to rotate over already. But this long presence, it could be too much. Skrunk does pass the first challenge and doubles up as well. Suddenly, all the kills fill the feed of Sangal, and it's all left onto Perks. That was an incredible response for Sangal after losing 2 rounds in a row to Defusal. This long presence, it could have definitely been a factor, but Skrunk, the experienced German ex-alternate attacks player, cements Sangal their 10th. And this is exactly what they want as well. Just a reminder, No Limit Gaming, I think it's fair to say, completely pushed aside Sangal Esports on their map pick of Mirage. 16-7 was the scoreline. However, on Dust 2, it is a lot closer. I see a lot of support in chat for Sangal, not a whole lot for NLG. Any NLG fans in chat, please let us know. The pace change of Sangal in towards long, looking at the floor, evading all the flashes. It is a force buy for No Limit Gaming, but it's not ideal. It's a little bit ropey, in fact. Okalicious, though, with all this space and time, has already aggressed in towards the back lines. He could definitely catch out some of these players if they do head towards B. But it's not to be today. Instead, it's over towards long. Based off the back of the information, though, there are rotates already here, and he's encircling on them. This could get very dangerous, but they're actually going to hold the flank. And Sangal Esports, nobody puts Baby in the corner, but Okalicious have put Sangal in towards A, long. And this is scary. Because all of the defense is here. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath over towards this A bomb site, and the flashbang doesn't actually find any success. Instead, it's Sensei who fills the feed, and this opening pick, with only 40 seconds left on the clock, it does fall to Sangal, and here we go, exploding immediately onto the bomb site. There's a lot of players close, but the spam and these smokes, it's not going to find anything. The bomb, it could be denied, and Red and Perks with jumping up as well. PDY, he's nailing this player in towards car. Kyubi and Sensei have left all to do, but there's no time. There's only 13 seconds. This bomb, it needs to go down, and there's a long flank, and suddenly No Limit Gaming, they do win the round. And that's all based off Okalicious' information and push. Sangal, whilst they execute slowly, there's just too many players here. They get completely overrun in the latter stages of the half. And it secures No Limit Gaming their 9th. However, with these bomb plants, it has allowed Sangal to buy again, despite losing 3 of the last 4. And look at this again, No Limit Gaming. Look at how aggressive they are in towards long. This is going to be immediate flank in towards mid if they elect to go for it. This is the adaptation that's working for them. Pushing the extremities of this map. Run boost to clear this short corner. Nobody is home. But it will be heard in towards CT. PDY put on red alert. But mid control has been gathered. And that's all they'll have. But with a minute on the board, there's still a lot of time to play with. It could even be a little bit of a fake or a double re-execute. Because the short smokes, they are down, but Sangal are heading towards middle. That's early damage in. Perks over towards B, and Carr gets his head taken off, but it's Ocalicious. He's aware that there's a player in towards tunnels, but Corey finds him. But the bomb, it's already been dropped. Soulfly, he can't recover it, so it's all left onto Corey. Will put it onto his back and might get a bomb plant down, but there is a quick player in towards tunnels. They're just going to overwhelm him instantly. Passes the first hurdle, but there's still a long way to go, especially with Marky slinking right into the back lines. MP9, good for the headshot. No Limit Gaming, good for the scoreline. 10-10. And it's these short pushes on both sides of the map that are gathering all the information for this side. Sangal, they're leaving it quite a while to execute. And as a result, where they're not holding their flank, No Limit Gaming, they can definitely gamble stack on the right bomb site. 10-10, we're all tied up. Just a reminder of the stakes. This is the regional Swiss stage. Both of these teams are 2-0. Sensei hits a fantastic shot on towards red, but look at this lower tunnel aggression. 2 players already in. It is being held, but it could get dangerous. If either team win this game today, they will advance into the main stage of HCG Masters Season 1. This is a 3-tier tournament where you've got the regional Swiss, the main Swiss, and then playoffs. And long control through this contact. It was about to find success, but Scrunk whiffs the spray. And it's not great at all. Another run boost comes out, but it goes from bad to worse because grenades, they're being dropped at their feet. It's just raining down terror. The artillery strikes of No Limit Gaming are finding all of the kills. Yes, Kyubi is on this flank, and he could find some potential impact, but there's another one coming in from long. They're holding CT. Ocalicious secures it in. No Limit Gaming, they take the 11th. And that's just completely crazy. Lovely scout shots coming in, but they couldn't just secure the round, and these grenades did so much damage, and once again, a flank secures it. Sangal battling for their flawless start here. No Limit Gaming are just 5 rounds away for taking the series. The flashbangs are perfect, reduced to these Tech 9s. They haven't got a lot to work with, but it's proving wonders. 4 versus 3 in the early stages. PDY here to pick up the pieces. But he gets team killed by Ocalicious. It's now a 3 versus 2. Sangal Esports given a lifeline into the 22nd. And it goes from bad to worse. Ocalicious, he's the one that gave them the lifeline. He tried to make it more of an even kill, but he fails. It's now all immediately left on towards Marky. Oh, he will get caught out as well. That was such a limited investment for Sangal. They didn't throw too much at it, but they came out with a round conversion. We're all tied up here. 11-11, we go again. No Limit Gaming in with the bye, but lose this, and it's costly. Both teams here are extremely heavily invested, and once again, the rounds are so back and forth. The economy is on a knife's edge for both teams, but this change of pace is going to catch out No Limit Gaming. 4 players immediately swarm long. And the smokes that are already being lined up. Sangal, they want to capitalize on this man opportunity. The buff to the A1S, you can't see the tracers through the smoke, and the CTs are trying to exploit it to the full advantage. Corey with this AWP, he's the secondary AWPer for Sangal. Would probably prefer it if Sensei did have it, but nevertheless, he needs to stand tall, and this Molotov is going to do great things. It's going to isolate the CTs initially, but a smoke, it is expended. We're seeing this quite a bit for Sangal. They're just slowing down the pace once again. These long smokes are re-executing in. But the spam, it favours PDY. They're all lining up through the smokes, and all the HP of Sangal is so low. It's gone from bad to worse for them. Marky finds another kill through the smoke. And PDY again. They don't even need to see these players. It's just the spam and no tracers. I literally just highlighted it. Kyubi, he can't get anything done at 12-11. No Limit Gaming capitalise on the meta changes. And this is down to the wire. The decision now for Sangal is, do they force or do they eco? The force buy has come in, but the utility is sparse. And No Limit Gaming could capitalise upon this opportunity. And if they do, they could make it 2-0. Advancing flawlessly from the regional Swiss stage, heading straight into the main Swiss stage and pocketing a cool €3,000. But it's all quiet on the Western Front. Sangal Esports trickling their way out towards middle. Red is boosted up on this box, but the hinge smoke will come in, and this will allow the T's to take short. It's early damage, and this grenade, it could go huge. That's a lot of damage on towards Skrunk early. And with this presence in towards Pit as well, it could be a scary scenario for Corey, who is just left onto this Deagle. PDY with another denial piece of utility. This Molotov, it will rain down. Run boost coming in once again. We've seen them executed, but to no avail so far. PDY, he's so instrumental, and he gets free. He secures this bomb site, further pushing this round into No Limit Gaming's grasp. But it is all on towards Sensei, the Austrian AWPer. Bomb on his back, 20 seconds. Not a whole lot he can do. He's getting jump spammed. The bomb, it's not going to go down. No Limit Gaming are going to convert their 13th. So we do see the replay. This run boost, it was good, but PDY is simply just better. 1, 2, 3, call as you like. 27 kills. The most impactful player for No Limit Gaming on this side so far. And Sangal Esports are left with pennies. Buying down to around about $1,500. Means they can get AKs, but utility isn't going to be ideal. They're going to maybe concede 14th, but we've seen them with pistols before. We've seen how much success they have had. The change of pace, it does initially catch out No Limit Gaming before, but now they're wise to it. And it's the same old story. 4 players grouped outside middle. Red. With this AWP, he does actually spot this player, and it's information conveyed. PDY will get another kill through the smoke. This is just ridiculous. And Okalicious will chime in again. Surely this is not how you go down, Sangal. Smoke spam's filling the feed. Perks is tucked into the corner. And whilst it is pistols, it's so demotivating. I don't know how many smoke kills we have seen over towards Dust 2, but it has just been incredible how many there actually have been. That's a really nice Molotov. It denies them so much presence, and they're burning alive completely. Early damage exchanged, but they don't care. They're just running through. PDY and Perks combine, and suddenly it's a 4-on-3. Red's advanced in towards tunnels as well, and things are going disastrously for Sangal. Sensei is trying to pick up the pieces, but Marky is aggressing in towards short. This is definitely going to be a 15. No Limit Gaming 1 round away from taking this series. And this could be the first 2-0 that I have potentially casted so far. The level of teams in this tournament has been so high. The caliber of Counter-Strike, it's been too close to call at times. But No Limit Gaming, they're swimming in cash. Look at the right side of the board. They're even dropping extra grenades. And Sangal, again with this pace change, they're trying to capitalize on it and fully blind that Mac 10, it will rain in. PDY has been the angel on this bomb site. He needs to stand further again. Sensei with the scout, 3 versus 3. Early exchanges are even. But he could be caught out here. Corey has so far pushed up short, and he's playing trigger discipline. Does eliminate this threat. There is a flank, though. Red, with this AWP, will find success. 2 versus 2. QB does need to find Red immediately because he has been so impactful all series. And it's once again the grenades. Sensei left with it all to do. 1 versus 2. No Limit Gaming with the series in their grasp. This could be 2-0 right here. But Sensei, he does get the first. Aware that the player might be in towards CT. 45 seconds left on the clock. And Okalicious, he's killed players with grenades. He's killed players through the smokes. He needs to do it again for his team. And Sensei has Sangal Esports' flawless line right here and now. Okalicious overextending, creeping out from CT, looking towards ramp. But the contact comes in and Sensei does convert. A 1 versus 2, keeping Sangal alive into this later stages of Dust 2. 15-12. And the explosion of flashbangs and the pace change up towards long was the difference maker. This force bite does get something going, but it was close. The rebuys, they're not going to be great. It's going to be a similar story. But Sensei on the AWP, he can be an incredible difference maker. And despite them having a lot of money as well, it's not over yet. No Limit Gaming, they lose this, they're going to be on scraps. The loss bonus will be minimal. But Sangal Esports, they need to build back into this. They need to forget about what has happened and they need to take it round by round. For early flashbang exchanges, 3 rounds of perfect Counter-Strike needed for Sangal. But the utility usage of No Limit Gaming has been so impactful so far and has swung the favour for them. It's the old familiar for Sangal. They have taken short control once again. These smokes popularised by, I believe it was Big, about to be deployed again. It's going to eliminate vision and it's going to create a one-way. Red can't pluck out the player of the sky, but he does actually miss his shot. Soulfly does capitalize on this, and the bomb site is being overrun by Tease. And Sangal, they might be able to convert this. QB, it's a 5 versus 3. But Marky, he doubles up and gets a spray down, and suddenly it's all turned on its head. There's a lot of low players here as well for Sangal Esports. This retake, it has to be perfect. Okalicious starts off the train. 3 versus 2. Soulfly's position is given away, immediately traded out. It's all left on Sakuri, but he has 5 HP. And the bomb, it's not planted for him. Perks, he's going to secure the series 2-0. No Limit Gaming. They win 16-12 on their map pick of Dust 2. They secure themselves to a flawless start in HCG. And they've won 3-0. They pick up 3,000 euros. They advance to the main stage. But listen, this has been all from us this week. Thank you all for being here. We'll be back on Monday. We will find out which teams will be joining Masonic as well as NLG into the main Swiss stage. So make sure to keep your eye out from that. I have been B-Dog, aka Brandon. If you like what you've heard, please do drop me a follow. And please follow this channel for more content. Have a wonderful weekend and we'll see you on Monday.